Hey, welcome back. We're gonna keep the conversation on allyship going a little bit today. I am your co-host, I guess, or co-founder, Keith,
And I'm Rod,
co-talker.
and I'm Rodney in this Daily Chronicle. So we decided to start breaking apart our process and documenting it, and then we were like, we should document it for our daughters. Then we were like, let's make it public so y'all can see it, and we could get ideas and comments and feedback from you and build a community around it. Because it turns out there's other people trying to do this stuff too. It's not just us. And connection, yes. And the core of our brand, the core of our company is to anchor humanity and compassionate conversation. So this is, a little bit of that, and hopefully y'all jump in with it too. But continuing the conversation around allyship, I'm not gonna lie, I didn't do my homework. I forgot. I haven't checked in on what we didn't include, so I'm about to cheat and grab my notes. Do you remember?
No, but I mean, we can just keep going. One thing that it's been kind of coming up, and it's something that I've come to realize is probably critical more than anything, and that's just listening. And it's not just listening to what people are saying, whether it's your friend or your coworker, but it's listening to what's happening, listening to the emotion that is being expressed, and not simply, in trying to process it, like trying to sit with it, without judgment, without counterpointing, and without having in your own head this narrative of why everything that somebody said is wrong.
I like that. Yeah, that's a good one. I kind of like this flow because you can give the meta points and I can give from my perspective. And
this is called the Distracted Daily Chronicle.
This is called the Distracted Daily Chronicle.
Because what happens in the Daily Chronicle, and I'm going to give Rodney some space to be distracted here. We are chronicling our journey, and sometimes you've seen us driving, you've seen us cooking, you've seen us riding bikes, I think, working out, right? Like we put it out there. This is the distracted. I got other things I'm trying to balance right now, but we got to get this in.
For real. Yeah, like trying to fit it in. All right, so the first thing I want to bring up is listening is great. Like giving me like the space I've gotten in the past 2 weeks has been very helpful. Emotional burden. You're trying to be an ally to somebody. Something to think about is the emotional burden. And I don't think I said this yesterday, but if I did, it bears repeating. I had one of my friends say that I was one of his 3 Black friends, and actually one of them doesn't identify as Black. So 2 Black friends. So like he hit me up to talk about like all of this. He didn't know what's going on. And one of the things to consider is that if I'm that for you, I'm probably that for other people, lots of other people. And so I'm trying to work my own shit out right now. Like I frankly have not taken time to process this well. But I have had a lot of conversations with other people, which is largely just my personality and also not wanting to process it because that's a lot of work and I don't even know how to start untangling this. And so those conversations, it's a lot of work, it's a lot of emotions, it's a lot of thinking, and it's a lot. It's just a lot. So when you're reaching out, like when you're asking for how somebody's doing, like I still have texts that I have not responded to from last week, I think, just because I'm just trying to work through it at the pace that I can. So I'm trying to give myself a little room. So it's just something to consider, something to think about.
On that note, and this is something Rodney and I have talked about extensively, and we are trying to put it into practice a little bit, but it's hard. It can be maybe awkward and weird. But if you have a close friend, like a really close friend who who understands you understand their position, right? Like, and you can articulate the macro point of view a little bit better to help with awareness and understanding of the situation. Example, me for Rodney. Rodney knows that if it becomes overwhelming at any point, and quite honestly, he's just tired of explaining it to people, like as the black guy in most people's circles, that he can point them in my direction. And I can't give them in any just or right way Rodney's personal experience, but I can express to them maybe some understanding to increase their awareness. And so like it's allyship in action, trying to help carry that emotional burden with them rather than, and giving them space to do it on their own without them having to answer everybody's questions.
So I'm going to do something here. I'm going to put you on blast. And I
Please
think
do.
a good way, but I'm going to do it. And then we're going to wrap because we got to do push-ups and talk about hair. So Keith is being modest here. He has started an entire platform to be a voice to help with exactly what he was just talking about. So like he's actually that resource. Even if you don't have a friend, like you do, his name is Keith Richardson. So he's got a platform and it's called, in most places it's called I'm White, What Can I Do? Some places it's White, What Can I Do? He can detail that, or we can put it in the notes. It's hugely helpful for me because I've already used it with like 2 or 3 white friends that were like, what do we do? And I'm like, I don't have time for this. Like, you need to go read a book. Oh, wait, you can go talk to Keith or just go watch his videos. And that's hugely, hugely helpful because then they can come back with some education and some like direction, and we can have a really meaningful conversations that's less burdensome, back to that emotional burden, less burdensome for me. And as far as that network, so like the Ally Network, Keith, it's already started. You started it. And so like I'm forwarding everybody your way.
I get a lot of views, not a lot of follows, but hey, you know.
I'm gonna forward everybody your way, and I'm gonna every white person or non-black person that asks me, I'm forwarding your way. And all the black people, they're like, dang man, I'm getting sick of this. I can't think. I'm like, hey, I got you. Actually, Keith got you.
Well, that's why I'm starting it, and hopefully it's not just me. And I've got a bunch of ideas to follow the lead of the amazing black leaders in the community. So
look at that free promo in your other thing for your other thing.
Thank you.
We got to do some push-ups.
Hey, we hit 200 followers very quickly.
There's so silver linings.
20.
20. You got to tell me if you can see me.
I can very clearly. And you can tell me, I know you can see me.
So, I think we should do like diamonds or something to make it hard.
For 20?
Yeah.
Okay. Ready?
All right. Yeah.
Count them out.
All right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20.
And we bought ourselves an extra week outside of
Yep.
June for a haircut.
Correct.
So it only goes longer. I love Maddie. She cuts my hair. She's amazing. And I really look forward to patroning her establishment. But
that's right. It was going to be June 30th. So now are we just going to make it the end of the first week of July? So July.
Correct.
July 10th? I don't know how we're going to do
Correct.
that. Yeah.
Well, we get 7 more days. Let's just make it easy. Whew. All right.
I shouldn't be out of breath, but I am a little bit. But it's because I'm excited. Not because I just did 20.
I'm amped up. All right. We got to run. But hey, always thank you for your support. Talk to you soon.